everyone. Welcome to SatsOverCents. Today we are talking about something that has been buzzing in the world of finance, Bitcoin versus Bitcoin ETF. So if you ever wonder whether you should buy Bitcoin directly or invest in Bitcoin ETF, this video is for you. Imagine this now. You are at a coffee shop and someone, starts talking about Bitcoin. You nod along, but deep down you're thinking, what's the difference between Bitcoin and a Bitcoin ETF? Which one should I ever care about? Well, by the end of this video, you not only know the difference, you'll also know which one might be right choice for you. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like digital cash, but with a twist. It's completely decentralized. That means no banks, no governments, no middlemen. It's just you and the blockchain, which is like a digital ledger that keeps track of all Bitcoin transactions. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine you have a $20 bill. You own it and you can spend it however you want. No one can stop you. That's Bitcoin. You own it and you can send it to anyone, anywhere in the world without needing permission. But here's the catch. Just like that $20 bill, if you lose that Bitcoin wallet or your private keys, your Bitcoin is gone forever. Poof, no way to get it back. That's why security is so important when dealing with Bitcoin. Now let's talk about Bitcoin ETF. An ETF or exchange traded fund is like a middleman between you and Bitcoin. Instead of owning Bitcoin directly, you own shares in a fund that tracks the price of Bitcoin. Think of it like this, imagine you want to invest in gold, but you don't want to deal with, storing physical gold bars in your house. Instead, you buy shares in a gold fund. The fund owns the gold and you own a piece of the fund. That's how a Bitcoin ETF works. It's Bitcoin, but without the hassle of managing a Bitcoin wallet. The big advantage, you can buy and sell Bitcoin ETFs through your regular stock brokerage account. No need to worry about private keys or wallets. It's simple, easy, and familiar, especially if you're already investing in stocks. All right, so let's break it down. What's the real difference between Bitcoin and a Bitcoin ETF? I would say number one would be ownership. With Bitcoin, you actually own the cryptocurrency. With Bitcoin ETF, you own shares that track Bitcoin's price. Custody. Bitcoin requires you to manage your own wallet and private keys. A Bitcoin ETF is held in your brokerage account, just like your stocks. Accessibility. Bitcoin's ETFs are easier for traditional investors. If you're already buying stocks, adding a Bitcoin ETF is as simple as clicking a button. So why would someone choose Bitcoin? Here's the deal. Bitcoin is for people who want true ownership and full control. Imagine you're a farmer. You grow your own food and you don't rely on supermarkets. That's Bitcoin. You own it, you control it, no one can take it away from you. Plus, you can use Bitcoin for things like decentralized finance, which is also called DeFi, which is like a whole new world of financial apps that don't rely on banks. But just like the farming, Bitcoin comes with challenges. Managing your own wallet and private keys can be tricky. If you mess up, you could lose everything. Plus, Bitcoin's price can be super volatile. It's like riding a roller coaster. So if you're not comfortable with that, Bitcoin might not be for you. Bitcoin, you can't time the market. You have to spend time in the market. So volatility is actually not a bug, but a feature, right? So moving on. Now, why would someone choose a Bitcoin ETF? Simple. Convenience. Imagine you're at a buffet. You could cook your own meal from scratch, or you could just grab a plate and start eating. A Bitcoin ETF is like the buffet option. You don't have to worry about managing wallets or private keys. You just buy the ETF through your brokerage account and you're done. Plus, Bitcoin ETFs are regulated, which means they are overseen by financial authorities. For some people, that's a big plus. It feels safer, more familiar. And in some countries, Bitcoin ETFs might even have some tax benefits compared to owning Bitcoin directly. But here's the downside. You don't actually own Bitcoin. You own a piece of a fund that tracks Bitcoin price. It's like you owning a photo of a $20 bill instead of the real thing. So the ultimate question is, which is better? Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETF? It depends on what you're looking for. If you're the kind of person who loves control and doesn't mind a little extra work, Bitcoin might be for you. It's like being a DIY enthusiast, which is do it yourself, right? You get to build and manage everything by yourself. But if you are most of a set it and forget it investor, a Bitcoin ETF might be the better choice. It's like hiring a handyman to fix your house. You don't have to worry about the details, but you still get the job done. Think about your goals. Do you want true ownership and the ability to use Bitcoin in decentralized apps? Or do you want simplicity and the comfort of a regulated investment? And sometimes you can also remind yourself, what was the reason that made you study Bitcoin? So it was about control, ownership, and nobody can manipulate and nobody's interference. So these things might help you to decide which is better for you. All right, that's it. Now you know the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETF. Whether you are a hands-on investor or someone who prefers simplicity, there is an option for you. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who's curious about Bitcoin, and don't forget to subscribe to SatsOverCents for more easy to understand guides on Bitcoin and finance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.